After the abysmal failure of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League and massive success of Hogwarts Legacy, you'd think that Warner Brothers would want to steer clear from live service and really focus on high-quality experiences, but we now know that's not the case because they are doubling down on live service and moving to more free-to-play titles and mobile games. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now, of course, I've had to cover a lot of ridiculous statements on this channel, but this has to be one of the most ridiculous I've seen in a while, because you would think after the smashing success of Hogwarts Legacy and the complete and utter failure of Kill the Justice League, Warner Brothers would see a clear path to more money. They would see a clear path to continued success, but they don't. They are completely twisted because Warner Brothers has now discussed volatile AAA console games and will lean into free-to-play and mobile, which is so absurd. It says during a recent Morgan Stanley speaking event, Warner Brothers Discovery gaming boss JB Perrette discussed some of the company's strategy for gaming going forward, and it includes more live service, mobile, and free-to-play games, exactly what the market does not want. Whenever people hear live service, they instantly steer clear from games because we have seen so many live service games be hyped through the roof, come out, be utter disasters, and then die within a year of release. In mobile games, while I do love a good mobile game, we have seen the poor monetization schemes that they shove into these titles. I personally don't really play mobile games, and free-to-play games can be really good, but we are also talking about gaming companies who are clearly wanting to make more money, and when they've just had Hogwarts Legacy, which was the best-selling game of 2023, and that they were not pleased with the hundreds of millions of dollars they made off of that. Clearly nothing's going to satiate that thirst for more money, and when it comes to free-to-play games, they can easily be monetized predatorily, and I have no trust in them to monetize a free-to-play or mobile game in a way that isn't extremely predatory. He said straight up, we are doubling down on games as an area. We think there is a lot of more growth opportunity that we can tap into with the IP that we have and some of the capabilities we have on the studio where we're uniquely positioned as both a publisher and a developer of games. I mean, he said this just recently, and while I would love to trust them, I just cannot, okay? They made so much money on Harry Potter, and they lost tons of money on a live service game like Suicide Squad, and you have to directly compare them. They lost tons of money on live service, they made tons on a single player game. So if you're the person at a company who's thinking, okay, where can we make more money? What have we made money on? All right, let's go in a certain direction, that they would be going in the single player direction, but they are going in the complete opposite. I think Hogwarts Legacy 2 is what they should be working on and greenlighting, not free-to-play and mobile titles. And while, of course, Hogwarts Legacy 2 is being developed, they work on Hogwarts Legacy DLC. Even if it's not a massive Shadow of the Erd Tree size expansion, they should be adding more classes, they should be adding more mini-games, they should be fixing up some of the systems that are in the game, and that could keep people satiated for a while until Hogwarts Legacy 2 comes out. But instead, we're getting things like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League DLC. We know they've got a couple of rounds of that in them. The new Joker one comes out this month in March. We know that they are focused heavily on continuing to try to keep that game alive, even though it didn't even really launch in what I would call an alive state, given within 2 weeks of launch, it was down to 1,000 players on Steam. But, I mean, this is just completely absurd. They had the best-selling game of 2023 any company should be looking at that success going, this is what we do. This is the direction we continue to go in, and they're not. It says, so the plan for going forward, he said, is to help reduce volatility by focusing on core franchises and bringing at least some of them to the mobile and free-to-play space, as well as continuing to invest in live service games that people play and spend money on over a long period of time. The only mobile games that I have said are typically good, that I think companies should focus on if they are also focused on creating a larger expansion or release. So let's say something like Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to come out. The only thing I think that they should be working on for a mobile title in the Hogwarts Legacy sphere is a mobile game that you link to your actual game account that you play in Hogwarts Legacy 1 or Hogwarts Legacy 2, and while you're playing mobile, you can be earning points, whether it's like coins and you can buy things in the game, or maybe you have some mobile game like exclusive costumes that just simply look cool, cosmetic things, so that you can play on your mobile device, but it also is giving you some kind of progress towards your base game, whether it's, you know, on console or PC or whatever. I think that situations like that are acceptable, but right now, if they're focusing on, you know, a big new standalone Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter mobile game, I don't think it's going to go over well with people. I mean, already this news that they're not going to be focusing on single player games and they're going to lean heavily into free-to-play and mobile games has not gone over well with people, which is completely understandable. Hogwarts Legacy was an amazing game release, and it deserves so much hype, and it deserves so much positive attention, and things like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League deserve to die in a ditch, but that's what they want to focus on, is that scheme, that monetization scheme that people do not like. Again, live service games, whenever people hear them, they get absolutely annihilated. People are saying things in the X posts comment section to this. Come on, man, they made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in profit from Hogwarts Legacy, plus it was the best-selling game of 2023, and they say this. They completely do not understand what gamers want and the market wants, and they have completely fumbled the success they saw with Hogwarts Legacy. It's going to be hard to believe that this is the takeaway from the Hogwarts Legacy success. My God, I mean, it is smacking them in the face on how they keep making money. I would play a Hogwarts Legacy 2. I would play a Hogwarts Legacy DLC. Even if it was only a small expansion in Hogwarts Legacy, I would buy it and I would play it, and so many more people, millions of people would, and that would be another way to continue to make money, but they just don't get it. Not a good sign. Hogwarts Legacy was incredible. I want more of that and less of the squad game. Only Warner Brothers can make millions in profit in the best-selling game of 2023 and still not be happy with it. I totally get that a company is always looking to the future, right? They're always looking for ways to make more money, and they are always looking for ways to basically milk the IPs that they have, but they have one right in front of them that they can continue to make money off of, and they just don't understand how to keep making money. They're just not happy. At this point, I am extremely worried about Hogwarts Legacy because they haven't greenlit DLC, even though it is a year since launch, and they also haven't greenlit Hogwarts Legacy 2, so with them talking about focusing on live service and mobile games and free-to-play titles, I'm definitely a bit worried. I will be keeping my eye on this situation, but right now Warner Brothers is getting absolutely destroyed by angry gamers who simply want them to continue down the path of success and continue to make really good content while leaving trash monetization models in the past. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.